Let's start this episode wishing you all a happy new year. I am sure Amazon has done the same a week or so ago, and they really mean it, especially because Amazon takes 65%. Let that sink in. You write the book, you edit the book, you design the cover, you format the interior, you write the description, you run the ads. And Amazon takes 65% of every sale. On a $4.99 ebook, you get about $1.70. Amazon gets $3.29 for hosting a file and processing a payment. Now, I'm not here to bash Amazon. They built an incredible distribution machine. They put your book in front of millions of readers. They handle customer service, refunds, reviews. But here is the question more authors should be asking. What if you could keep 80% instead of 35%? What if you could own your customer relationships instead of renting them? What if you could build a business that does not depend on an algorithm you do not control? Welcome back to Unseen Author Journeys. I am Luigi Pascal Rondanini. In episode 8, we talk about building your platform. In episode 9, we talk about the multi-book strategy. Today, we are talking about the emerging model that is changing how authors think about their careers. Direct-to-reader publishing. Selling directly to your audience, cutting out the middleman, keeping the lion's share of every sale. This is not for everyone, but for the right author, it is transformative. Let me start with why this matters. Traditional publishing gives you about 10 to 15% of the cover price in royalties on a £15 hardcover that is $150 to $225. Self-publishing through Amazon gives you 35 to 70% depending on your price point and whether you are in Kindle Unlimited. On a $4.99 ebook at 70%, that is about $350. Direct-to-reader gives you everything except payment processing fees. On a £10 ebook sold through your own site, you keep about £9 after Stripe or PayPal takes their cut. The math is stark. Sell 100 books through a traditional publisher, you make £150 to £225. Sell 100 books through Amazon, you make £350. Sell 100 books direct, you make £900. Same book, same reader, 4 to 6 times the income. Now, there are trade-offs. We will get to those, but the economics are undeniable. If you can sell direct, you should at least consider it. Let me explain what direct-to-reader actually means in practice. It means you have a website where readers can buy your books. It means you collect email addresses and build relationships over time. It means you process payments yourself through Stripe, PayPal, Gumroad, Shopify, or similar services. It means you deliver the files yourself, whether that is a PDF, an EPUB, a MOBI, or all three. It means you handle customer service when someone cannot download their file or bought the wrong format. It means you are not just an author, you are running a small e-commerce business. That last part scares a lot of authors. But here is the thing. You are already running a business, you just do not realize it because Amazon handles the parts you do not see. Going direct does not add complexity, it makes the complexity visible. And visible complexity can be managed. Let me talk about who direct-to-reader works for. It works best for authors who already have an audience. If you have an email list of 500 engaged readers, direct selling makes sense. Those readers already know you, they already trust you, they will buy from your website just as easily as they buy from Amazon. If you have zero audience and no way to reach readers, direct selling is hard. You need traffic, you need eyeballs. Amazon provides that through search and recommendations. Your website does not. So, direct-to-reader is not a starting strategy, it is a scaling strategy. You build your audience using the platforms, Amazon, Apple, Kobo, wherever readers discover books. Then you migrate your most engaged readers to your direct channel over time. The goal is not to abandon Amazon. The goal is to stop depending on it entirely. Think of it as diversification. Some readers buy on Amazon, some buy direct, some borrow from Kindle Unlimited, some get your audiobook on Audible. Multiple channels mean multiple income streams, and multiple income streams mean stability. Let me talk about what you need to sell direct. First, you need a website. Not a complicated one. A simple site with your books, an about page, a contact page, and a way to purchase. Second, you need a payment processor. Stripe is the most common. Gumroad is easier for beginners. Shopify is more powerful but more complex. PayPal is familiar to most buyers. Pick one and start. Third, you need a delivery system. When someone buys, they need to receive the files automatically. BookFunnel is popular for this. So is Payhip. So is Gumroad, which handles both payment and delivery. Fourth, you need customer service capacity. Not a call center, just the ability to respond to emails within 24 hours when something goes wrong. Fifth, you need an email list. This is non-negotiable. Without an email list, you have no way to reach your direct customers for future releases. The technical setup is simpler than most authors think. A basic direct sales system can be running in a weekend. Gumroad account, connect to your bank, upload your files, embed a buy button on your website. Done. The hard part is not the technology. The hard part is getting people to your website instead of Amazon. Let me talk about driving traffic to your direct store. Traffic is the oxygen of direct sales. Without it, nothing happens. The good news is you do not need much traffic. If 100 people visit your sales page and 10% buy, that is 10 sales, at £9 profit per sale, that is £90. Now scale that. 1,000 visitors at 10% conversion is 100 sales, £900. 10,000 visitors at 10% conversion is 1,000 sales, £9,000. The math works even with modest traffic if your conversion rate is decent. So, how do you drive traffic? Your email list is the primary driver. When you release a new book, you email your list first. You link them to your direct store, not Amazon. You offer a bonus for buying direct, maybe an exclusive short story, a behind-the-scenes document, or early access. Social media is the secondary driver. You post about your new release, you link to your direct store, you remind followers that buying direct supports you more than buying through retailers. Content marketing is the long-term driver. Blog posts, podcast episodes, YouTube videos, Medium articles, all of them can link to your direct store. All of them build traffic over time. Paid advertising is the accelerant. Facebook ads, Amazon ads, ironically, BookBub ads. All can drive traffic to your direct store if the economics work. The key insight is that direct sales require you to generate your own traffic. Amazon generates traffic for you through search, recommendations, and also bots. That is what you pay for with their 65% cut. When you sell direct, you keep more money, but you do the work of finding customers. That trade-off is worth it for authors with established audiences. It is not worth it for authors starting from zero. Let me talk about pricing for direct sales. This is where it gets interesting. On Amazon, you are constrained by market expectations. Ebooks are expected to be $2.99 to $4.99. Higher prices get resistance, lower prices devalue your work. On your own site, you have more flexibility. You can charge more because you are offering more, direct access to you, exclusive bonuses. Supporting an independent creator. Many authors successfully sell ebooks for $9.99 or higher on their own sites. The same book that is $4.99 on Amazon. Why do readers pay more? Because they want to support you directly. Because they get something extra, a bonus chapter, a signed book plate, early access. Because they prefer not to use Amazon. Because the buying experience on your site is actually better, more personal, more connected. Price is not just about the product. It is about the experience and the relationship. Your most loyal readers will happily pay a premium to buy direct from you. Let me talk about bundles and special editions. This is where direct sales really shine. On Amazon, you sell individual books. That is it. One SKU, one price, one product. On your own site, you can sell anything you can imagine. The complete series bundle at a discount, the special edition with bonus content, the starter pack with book 1 plus a prequel novella, the superfan package with all books plus audiobooks plus exclusive merchandise, the workshop bundle with your book plus a companion video course. Bundles increase average order value. Instead of selling one $4.99 ebook, you sell a $29.99 complete series bundle. That is, the same reader, the same transaction, 6 times the revenue. Amazon does not let you do this easily, your own store does. This is why direct selling is not just about keeping more per sale. It is about unlocking product options that do not exist on retail platforms. Let me talk about the customer relationship. When someone buys on Amazon, Amazon owns that relationship. You do not get the buyer's email. You cannot contact them directly. You cannot tell them about your next book unless they happen to follow you on Amazon, which most do not. When someone buys direct, you own that relationship. You have their email. You can send them updates. You can notify them of new releases. You can build a real connection over time. This changes everything. A direct customer is not just a sale. They are a relationship, and relationships compound. That reader who bought your first book direct will buy your second book direct, and your third, and your 10th. They will tell their friends about you, they will leave reviews, they will become advocates. 1,000 direct customers is not just 1,000 sales. It is 1,000 relationships that generate sales for years. This is the real value of direct-to-reader. Not just higher margins per sale, though that matters. The real value is owning your audience instead of renting it. Let me address the objections. Objection 1. Readers will not buy from my website, they only use Amazon. Some readers only use Amazon, but not all, and the percentage willing to buy direct is growing every year as readers become more aware of how platforms treat creators. You do not need all readers to buy direct, you need enough. If 20% of your audience buys direct, you have dramatically improved your economics. Objection 2. I do not want to deal with customer service. Customer service for digital products is minimal. Most purchases go smoothly. When issues arise, they are usually solved with one email. If you sell 100 books direct, you might get 3 to 5 customer service emails. That is 30 minutes of work for an extra £500 in revenue. Objection 3. The technology is too complicated. The technology is simpler than writing a book. If you can format a manuscript, you can set up a Gumroad store. The tools are designed for non-technical people. Objection 4. I will lose Amazon visibility if I divert sales. This is a real concern. Amazon's algorithm favors books that sell well on Amazon. If your direct sales cannibalize your Amazon sales, you might rank lower. The solution is not to think of direct as a replacement for Amazon, but as an addition. You sell to your email list direct. You let organic Amazon readers find you through Amazon. Different audiences, different channels. Objection 5. It is too much work. Everything is too much work until you build the system. Then it runs with minimal maintenance. Setting up direct sales takes maybe 10 hours. Running it takes maybe 1 hour per month. For a potential 50% increase in earnings, that is an excellent trade. Let me give you a practical implementation plan. Week 1. Set up your payment and delivery system. Gumroad is the easiest all-in-one option. Connect your bank account, upload your book files in EPUB and PDF, write a product description, set your price. Week 2. Add a sales page to your website. Embed the Gumroad Buy button. Create a simple landing page that explains what readers get and why buying direct matters. Week 3. Create a direct purchase incentive, an exclusive bonus chapter, a behind-the-scenes PDF, early access to your next book, something that makes direct buying more attractive than Amazon. Week 4. Email your list. Announce that direct purchasing is now available. Explain the benefits for readers, supporting you directly, getting exclusive bonuses, DRM-free files they own forever. Include a clear call to action. Week 5 and beyond. Make direct links your default. When you mention your book on social media, link to your store, not Amazon. When you guest on podcasts, give your website URL. Train people to come to you first. Start small. 1 book, 1 payment system, 1 delivery method. Prove the concept works for your audience. Then expand. Add bundles, add special editions, add audiobooks. Direct to reader is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Let me talk about the future of direct sales. Every year, more authors are going direct. Every year, readers become more comfortable buying outside Amazon. Every year, the tools get easier and more powerful. We are in the early stages of a shift, not away from Amazon entirely, but toward a diversified model where smart authors sell through multiple channels. The authors who build direct relationships now will have an enormous advantage in 5 years. The authors who remain entirely dependent on platforms will be vulnerable to algorithm changes, policy shifts, and increasing fees. This is not about predicting the end of Amazon. Amazon will be here for decades. This is about not putting all your eggs in one basket. Diversification is resilience, and resilience is how careers last. Let me bring this together. Direct-to-reader is not a replacement for traditional channels. It is an addition, a more profitable addition. It works best for authors who already have an audience, even a small one. It requires you to build your own traffic through email lists, content, and marketing. It lets you keep 80% or more of every sale instead of 35%. It lets you own your customer relationships instead of renting them. It lets you create products, bundles, editions, and experiences that platforms do not allow. The technical setup is simple, the ongoing maintenance is minimal, the economic upside is significant. If you have an email list and a book, you can start selling direct this week. In episode 8, we talked about building your platform. In episode 9, we talked about the multi-book strategy. Today, we talked about capturing more value from every sale. These 3 ideas work together. The platform generates the audience. The multi-book strategy gives them more to buy. Direct sales let you keep more from each transaction. That is how sustainable author careers are built. Before I go, 2 recommendations. First, if you are working on a book and want help with the craft side, check out my other podcast, The Architect's Method. It is a 14-episode series on vision-first writing. The idea is that you should be able to see your entire story before you write a single word. The Architect's Method teaches you how to build that complete vision, how to structure your book before you draft it, so when you sit down to write, you know exactly where you are going. Episode 1 is available now, new episodes every Friday. You can find it on Spotify. Second, if you want to see what a direct-to-reader experience can look like, visit bloodandbones.rondanini.com. It is an interactive experience for my upcoming fiction book, Blood and Bone, a story about vampire physiology. The website has games, music, and more. It is exactly what we have been talking about today, building direct relationships with readers, creating experiences beyond the book, owning your audience instead of renting it. Check it out and see what is possible. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this episode made you think differently about where your book revenue goes, share it with a writer friend who needs to hear this. Until next time, keep writing, keep building, keep owning your career. See you in episode 11.